talked to one of his junior college coaches, and we got some feedback from one of the assistants at Colorado State. But we reached out to a lot of different people, and everything across the board what was consistent. But no, Ed Schilling was very helpful and in trying to not just help us, but help the kid. Mm-hmm. Anytime you get in that situation, and I've been in that situation, you're trying to help the kid, and then something happens where it's unfair. You know, you want them to have that opportunity, and so I think it's a great situation for us as a basketball team, and also for Jon.
Matt, with most fifth-year guys look for a place that they can play meaningful minutes and have an impact, just talk about his role and how you foresee his role being this year.
Oh, we'll see. You know, he hasn't practiced yet with us. Obviously, he's had a lot of success. He's played in an NCAA tournament. He's really made a big jump in between his 2 years at Colorado State. And so every person I talk to really raves about his work ethic. And so, and they also rave about his ability to defend. So if he's a hard-working guy, he's an everyday guy, and he works that hard and has a great attitude, things will work for him here.
How much value is there for you in having some more size and length on the perimeter, especially defensively?
Oh, no question. I think trying to get to be a good team defensive group, I think it starts with someone being able to shut people down. You know, everybody has their leading scorer. Everybody has that very good perimeter guy. Obviously, if you have more than one, you're in pretty good shape. But just trying to have guys that can defend, understand your system, and knock out somebody who's an all-conference type guy on the wing. So hopefully he can do that. You guys are asking me a lot of hypothetical questions, and I'm trying my best here. I've watched a lot of film on him. We've done a lot of research on him, but ask me some questions here in a couple months, and I'll be able to tell you better.
How do you want your other players, I guess, to handle him? I mean, do they have to help?
No question. We met this morning, and I explained that Jon was joining our program, and it's what we always talk about, whether that's a recruiting visit or a freshman or coming in the summer. Help them. Sometimes you go through a rough transition, and maybe some people in a program didn't help you. Don't use that as a reason not to help others. Help him in this transition. Sometimes it's just hanging out with the guy. Sometimes it's just communicating something about a class or being there for somebody. But the basketball part of it, really reach out and try to help them, and explain when we're going through a drill or something from a philosophical standpoint.
He said he expects to practice tomorrow. Is that your expectation?
Everything gets checked off. You have to go through a lot of things, whether that's through compliance, student services, housing, a physical. There's a lot of checkoffs right there. So he should be here today, and then he's got to be able to get a lot of that knocked out. And so we want to get him settled. If he doesn't practice tomorrow, it's not that big a deal. We're taking fall break, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. We'll practice Tuesday. So if his first practice is tomorrow, great. If his first practice is Tuesday night, that's fine.
You talk about the hours in the film that you just, to put it in perspective, how much time do you put into watching a guy before that? Yeah,
the time isn't as much as you would think, just because of synergy and how they have it, the film broke down. And so it all just kind of runs. You can type in every made field goal, and then you can see every made field goal that he's had. So, but after getting on the phone with a lot of people that I respect in this business that he's played against in their league and out of their league, the two words that popped up was no-brainer in terms of, and then I had a couple guys that I really respect just talk about how he was one of our guys. He'd be a Purdue guy. This guy would be a great Purdue guy. He's a competitor. He's tough. He's got good length. He can defend, and we need guys with those attributes.
And is it also nice to have another guy that has that NCAA tournament exposure that this team can lean on? It's
good to have a guy that has that. So if you look at the people that have played for us traditionally, he's by himself right now. Neil Bashir's has been to an NCAA tournament. I don't know if he got into a game his freshman year. So yeah, that's it for us. It's really, hopefully with a young group, he can really help them, but also help it, because he's had a taste of it.